My name is Zhang Shujie from Chongqing in Thailand. 1 year ago, I was an ordinary Chinese youth, an office worker. I could never imagine I could be here today in the Swedish Parliament. I want to thank the Left Party for giving me this opportunity. I'm a socialist. I'm in political solidarity with the Committee for Workers International, the CWI, which organizes in around 50 countries. I have for more than 2 years submitted articles for the website chinaworker.info and magazine Socialist, both of which are banned in Thailand. In only 2011, the Chinese dictatorship was terrified by the global protests coming from Egypt and Tunisia. And most exactly 11 months ago, I was arrested and accused of having links with the banned organization, the CWI. I was taken secretly by police from State Security Bureau to a hotel. And the police performed for body cavity search and took out my belt, keys, and mobile and other things in my pocket. They began interrogating me. Police told me I would be detained indefinitely. I disappeared unless I give them information about people who I have met or been in contact with, confess my link with CWI, and agree to cooperate with the security forces. I was forced to stand and deprived of my glasses for many hours. The police refused to offer me food until I show cooperation. And they don't allow me to sleep or even close my eye for a while. I was not allowed to contact a lawyer or my family. After a whole interrogation, I learned the next day. They forced me to write a statement allowing them to check, to search and take my belongings for necessary surveillance. They drove me to my workplace and my apartment and searched and took a photo there. They seized my laptop computer. They forced me to write a statement that I would not tell anyone about this summons. I was warned that I could be face several years imprisonment because for having contact with banned organization and for crimes relating to state security. The main focus of the inquiries was the CWI linked group of socialist action in Hong Kong and mainland China CWI supporters. The Chongqing State Security Bureau also questioned me about the connections between CWI and other radical forces in Hong Kong, in particular the League of Social Democrats, LSD, and its legislator Yang Guohong, whom I met during previous visits to Hong Kong. LSD is a radical pro-democracy group which is not connected to the CWI. With no authority, I pretend to agree to the police demand at that time. However, I contacted my CWI friends the day after the summons and told them what happened. In the following month, the police read mails between my comrades and me, instructing me how to reply. And the police also questioned me several times at different places, the hotel and cafes, etc. They urged me to attend a meeting in Hong Kong in order to collect participants' personal information and took photos secretly. They paid all related travel costs, include air tickets, international mobile phone bill, etc. In the morning of 3rd October, the state security police drove me to the airport and made sure I was get on board to Hong Kong. Rather than being a spy for the dictatorship, I choose to leave Thailand to break the chain the police placed upon my leg. This is the only way I could defend my right to speak out, not be silenced as so many be silenced by the state's repression. I intend to campaign to expose the true role of the state security forces and the dictatorship and a dictatorial regime that has nothing in common with socialism or the interests of workers and the poor. In order to do this, I had no choice but to get out of Thailand by the help of many comrades such as Joe Higgins of CWI and Liang Gohong of LSD. I stand for democracy. I stand for political rights, a right to freedom of assembly, freedom of expression, political organizing, and free elections, and the right of the working class to build an independent union across the country. I'm not a criminal, but in China it is the police and the one-party dictatorship who decide if you are a criminal. China is supposed a socialist country ruled by the so-called Communist Party. So how can it be against the law to be a socialist? In reality, it is the police and the criminals and the dictatorship. In reality, the police are the criminals and the dictatorship even more so. Destruction of environment, stealing of land, and the corruption goes on is actually protected by the police. What can we do? One reason why the Chinese government is able to exercise this degree of repression today that most countries and governments are far more concerned about fairness than repression, torture, or dictatorial rule. When Chinese leaders came to Europe, they are taken to the stock exchange to meet corporate leaders and sign contracts of millions of euros. Similarly, it is the US and the Western internet companies who talk a lot about free speech that have sold advanced software to the Chinese police to track down and arrest people like me who criticize the government's policies. So the dictatorship is well supported outside China by the big corporations. In return, these corporations have made China the world's sweatshop. The media, the multinationals will deny this and claim they are enforcing ethical standards at the Chinese factory. But I have seen and reported a completely different reality. The situation is so bad that workers even threaten to commit mass suicide, as we saw in Hubei province. At the start of this month, it was at Foxconn, the Taiwan-owned company that makes iPhones for the Apple. The boss of Foxconn last week told the press it was hard to manage 1 million animals. He was talking about his 1 million employees in China. Last year, China was hit by over 100,000 work strikes. Many are at foreign-owned companies. These strike workers are often beaten and arrested. What happens when ordinary people in Thailand and around the world face through this secret connection between the police state and the capitalists? This is what our website, thailandworker.info, aims for, to show workers and youth in China and internationally who is against them and who is on their side, how to fight and how to win. Political change, real democracy will not come from above as a gift from so-called reform-minded leaders. This is true in China and everywhere else, as we are seeing in Egypt. Democratic change comes from below. It must be won through mass struggle. This is why I'm a socialist, an international socialist, and this is why I've been persecuted by Chinese police state. After my speech here today, the Chinese regime may be embarrassed and angry. Supporters of CWI Zhang and others are in danger. We will turn to the working class movement, radical youth, and those that really defend democratic rights around the world for support and solidarity. This is a force that no dictatorship can withstand.
Det är en kraft som till slut ingen diktatur kan motstå.
Thank you.
Tack.